Bubbles Galore program that we have. How many have seen this program before? Oh, good. So you guys can help me today. Okay, so don't give it away at what comes next, okay? So you guys help out everybody else. But there's a couple of things I wanted to go over with you. Let's start making some bubbles over here. Today, I've been given the really cool, I'm called the Bubble Lady, but I have this really cool name. I have a title called Bubbleologist. Does anybody know what a bubbleologist would do? Oh, guys, let me finish making a bubble before you pop it, okay? Does anybody know what a bubbleologist would do? Study bubbles. Now, how would you know that? How did you figure that one out? That's right. Very good. Ology on anything means the study of. You guys are going to have to remain seated, okay, because you might hurt somebody or trip over somebody, all right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make you bubbleologist in training. Who wants to be a bubbleologist in training today, guys? Fantastic. Go over this way a little bit. But there's a couple of things I need to ask you to do for me. One thing is stay seated, okay? Everybody who's sitting on a chair, stay in your chair. Anybody who's sitting on the floor, we need you to stay sitting on the floor. Okay? Second of all, if you have a question, raise your hand. So everybody can have a fair, yes. Will you do bubbles? I don't know if we get to do bubbles today, but we'll keep that option open, okay? And the third thing to do, what's the most favorite thing to do to a bubble? Pop it. Everybody together. Pop it. Exactly. But guess what? If we're to study bubbles like we're going to study today, we can't pop any bubbles, can we? No. Everybody raise your right hand. Repeat after me because you're going to be a scientist today, and scientists sometimes take oaths. Say, I promise. Not to pop. Okay, I'm going to hold you to your promise here, guys. All right? So, what are some of the things that scientists do? What do scientists do? Yes?
Learn about science.
They learn about science. How do they do that? They study. Study by doing experiments. What else? Observation. Exactly. So we're going to do some observations today. We're also going to try to get some over here before the bubble pops. And also going to do some experiments as well. So let's start with a hula hoop. Okay. Whoa. Check this out. Whoa. I call this my whirlpool. Okay, let's stop. How about this? Oh, it's gonna pop. 1, 2. This is my trampoline. But you notice one thing is this. It's not really a bubble. What I have here. This is called a soap film because a bubble is a soap film with with air in it, right? But what do you notice about this soap film? What do you guys notice about this? It's a big circle. Anything else? Yes. Notice it. What's going on with the bubble? Yes. It's moving around. Yes. It has colors. We'll get there. Yes.
It's a
I'm sorry, I can't hear you. Yes.
Can you make a big bubble with that?
Yeah, we could. But is it moving? Is that bubble moving? Yes. Is it chemicals? Do they have chemicals? Well, I hope not. But anyway, do you guys notice can everybody say flexible? Is this bubble flexible? Yeah, pretty flexible, isn't it? All right, let's try this.
Make a bubble. You make a bubble.
Me like that? Me like this? What do you guys notice about that one?
Rainbow.
It's a rainbow. What about rainbows? What about they're colorful? What colors do you guys see? Let me do it again. Over here. What color do you see? Red. What color do you see? Purple. What color do you see? Blue. Do you guys know why you see those colors? Because of the soap. Has anybody ever washed your car with your parents and saw a rainbow when you washed the car? Yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. What causes a rainbow? Like a prism. Hold on, she's trying to answer. Hold on, I can't hear. Soap and water? That's very good. We have one other element. Hold on. Light. Exactly. So, what happens is the soap acts like a prism. Does anybody know what a prism is? Yes. Yeah, everybody knows what a prism is, huh? So you have to have soap and water and a source of light. And in here, we'll have this source of light, okay? So let's do that again. Yeah, so we see color. Beg your pardon?
Not make a pop.
Okay, well, forget the suds out of the way. Did you guys know suds are the enemies of bubbles? Suds will pop your bubbles faster than anything.
I see a rainbow. I see a rainbow.
You see a rainbow. Check this out too.
I see green.
Can you see yourself in here? Can you see yourself in there? Let's see if I can make it over here without popping.
Yeah, I see the light.
Can you see yourself? Can you see yourself? Oh, don't put your finger in it.
The color.
Yeah?
I can't see myself.
Hold on, I'll try to get over there. Yeah, here, I'll start over here.
Make that rainbow again.
Okay, you guys, don't get too close to the pool because just breathing on it will pop my bubble. Okay? Do you see yourself? Oh! Alright, well, let's try it over here. Can you see? Well, can you see a reflection? That's kind of what I'm going after. Can you see other people? Can you see the ceiling? Yeah. So those of you who could you see yourself and see the ceiling and see everything else? What's that called? Reflection. So bubbles act like mirrors. Here, let me see if you can see yourself now. Can you see the floor and the ceiling and stuff?
I see.
Oh, you're looking through. You kind of have to look at this. Well, let me let it stabilize for a second. Now I'm gonna bring it over here for you. Can you guys see? Before it pops? Okay, that's reflection. So bubbles are flexible, right? They have color, and they reflect. Yes. We'll get to that in a minute. Here, how about this one, guys?
Away.
Yeah. This is my snake bubble. Wait a minute. Wrong way. There we go. Yeah. What do you notice about that one? Yes.
A snake.
Yes. It's squiggly. It's squiggly. Can you see me?
Yeah.
What is that?
Reflection.
What's a big word for that? Transparent. Somebody got it over here. That's transparent. So bubbles are transparent, huh? You can see bubbles. Let's do that one. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool bubble. Okay. So what we've done is we found out kind of the properties of a bubble, right? Let's go over them. First one. Well, let's start with flexibility. That's my script. Flexibility, color, reflection, and transparent, right? Well, one day I was sitting here playing around and I thought, what if I took a hoop and kind of broke it in half with a string and then put a soap film on it? Let's see what happens. The bubble beam in half? Do you think so?
Yeah. Also the string. Oh, the bubble, the string popping.
Hold on, I got rid of some of suds. Suds are evil. Mr. Suds. Dr. Suds. Okay. All right. So, I was also thinking, if I, what would happen? What would you think would happen if I pop the bottom part? Don't blow on it. If I pop the bottom part of this bubble, you think it'd be half? Who thinks that the top would stay where it is? Yeah? Not if it pops first, right? So everybody think, hold on just for a second. I'll get right to it. So, if I pop the bottom, the top will stay where it is? No. No? You think the whole thing will pop? Yeah. No. No? Well, let's see. See if this works. It didn't work. I gave it away. That's like giving away a bad joke. You know that? Hold on. Because it really...
It's not supposed to.
It's not, dude. It's supposed to stay. Oh, you know what? My rope just broke. Maybe that was the problem. Yeah. Hold on. I'm going to tie this up again. All right. Let's try this again. Do you guys also know that when you're working with bubbles, you need to keep your hands wet with solution, or it will pop your bubble? Okay, let's try this again. Oh, Mr. Suds, go away. You think? Do you think? What's that? It didn't go away, did it? You want to try again? You want to guess again, do you? Yeah, you see that? The bubble. But answer me this. Don't we live on Earth? Yes. And isn't there a thing called gravity on Earth? Shouldn't the string have fallen down instead of going up? Yeah, well this is another principle of bubbles. Bubbles like to try to find the smallest space to exist in. Okay? So it's lighter than gravity. So when it broke, when it popped on the bottom, it took the string up with it, just like that. Okay, so the next thing I was thinking was, what kind of shapes can you make with bubbles?
Circle, triangle.
Circle?
Triangle.
That's square. This is a square? You think we can make that? Let me see. Let's see if we can make a circle out of this one.
Yes, it's easy. It's an oval.
It's an oval? Well,
It's kind of like...
oh, hold on.
Can you make a rainbow with that? No, pop it. Can you make a rainbow? Yeah, you popped it.
There it goes. Now, can everybody say sphere?
Don't touch it.
Because a sphere is actually a three-dimensional circle, isn't it? Yeah, because it's full of air, right? So if a bubble's full of air, it's going to make a circle to it. So, please. So, I'm wondering, if I put a soap film on one of these faces, do you think it'll come out a square?
No. Yes.